Yes, I'm so happy we could meet up tonight to go over your upcoming week. Thank you. I appreciate your patience as always. I had a power outage the other day and it really threw me off my schedule. So thank you for allowing me time off to take care of that. Yeah, I appreciate you for being understanding. Yes, so I wanted to meet up tonight to go over your upcoming week. I thought maybe we could plan each day. Yeah, really just kind of helping you balance everything together. So maybe not so much the work to do, is because I know you have a whole separate planner we manage for that, and I work very closely with you on that. But I thought instead we could work on planning the things that are outside of the workday that tend to have a very minimal amount of time to do or can just be stressful to plan, like social outings, your workouts, any activities or things you like to do for fun or relaxation. I know that pushing everything in one week can be kind of a balance, so we'll do our best to balance out your week the best way we can. And I think it really requires you to think energetically about what you're needing, right? Right. So I have my trusty planner, so I'll just go ahead and get started. And then I did go ahead and grab some things I forgot to give you the other day, so I'll probably go through those items at the end after we figure out your plans, okay? Use my fun pen today because life isn't that serious and we should have a little bit of fun, right? My fuzzies have gotten a little crushed, so I gotta fluff the sparkles back up, you know? Alright, so I kind of feel like you're fairy godmother right now. Your planner fairy godmother, if you will. Okay, so let's see. I think I will. Oh, I lost one. You know, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure this is tinsel, not fuzzies. But okay, perfect. Fresh up weekly spread. Always my favorite to start off with. So let's go through each day together. Okay, we'll start with Monday, right? Monday is a very beginning of the week. I know you typically work on Mondays, so we'll start with that day, okay? Right. So, let me see. I do believe the cleaners come on Monday while you're at work, right? Right. Okay, so I should probably pencil that in. I think they're coming at 10 a.m. and then I think they're leaving by 4. Is that enough time for you? Okay. You'll be home a little after that, right? Right. while the cleaners are there as well, I believe the chef is also planning to be there. Yeah, I think the meal prep chef, yeah. Yes, they're starting that day. No worries. I think I spoke with them and they said they would just work around the cleaners, and they also clean the kitchen when they're finished meal prepping, so I think really we can just work with that. Yeah. Let me check actually. Let me see what day or what time they confirmed in my email really quick. Okay, so they said they would come around 11, and I think it's about the same amount of time, like around 3 or 4 they would wrap up. So maybe I'll just have the cleaners clean the kitchen first, or at the end. Okay, at the end. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. They can kind of touch up anything the chef leaves behind. That makes perfect sense. Okay. So I'll have the chef come for meal prep at 11. And I believe that they will be prepping breakfast, lunch, and dinners, except for the nights that you will be eating out and the lunches that you will be eating out. Yes, I did give them your schedule for that so that they can work with those meal times that you'll be out. Okay. And I'm sure there will be leftovers just in case you get hungrier or miss a meal or something like that. I'm sure there'll be plenty, so I'm just gonna make a note for that. So I know cooking is just a lot of work on you, but I know that you do enjoy some cooking here and there, so again, it's going to be just for the days that are really busy. Sometimes it's nice to just have something. You don't have to worry about cooking and conserve that energy for other days and activities that you don't want to be spending like an hour in the kitchen doing. Yeah. All right. And then because Monday is going to be a full day of work, I'm pretty sure you have your meetings per usual, etc. You'll be coming home to a clean house and meals already ready for you. Dinner will also be ready. So my recommendation is just to keep that evening free since you'll be busier later in the week. And Mondays are usually just so taxing energetically due to the work day anyway. So I would just recommend having your dinner at home, watching a favorite show, and maybe running a bath and reading with some candlelight. And I will be penciling this in because I do think it's important for you to carve out time for that self-care. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do dinner at home. Yeah, and then watch one of your favorite shows. I'm rewatching Gilmore Girls if you need an idea. But, pick up a show you haven't finished in a while. Hey, maybe even binge watch it a little bit. The world is your oyster. And then reading in the bath. Yes, I'll make sure your favorite bath salts are stocked and bubble bath. Reading in the bath and candlelight. Yes, we just stocked some of your favorite scents for the season, so make sure to light a candle and just enjoy the relaxation, okay? Okay. All right, so that covers Monday. Lots of just prep for the week and getting your energy set. Now, the next day, Tuesday, I know that you like to get your workouts moving and grooving. You're maybe feeling a little bit more energy to dedicate some time to a workout in the morning. So, thinking Pilates. It just depends on what time you prefer. You want to do the 6 a.m.? Okay. you will be all relaxed from that bath the night before, so you'll have an early bedtime and you can get to Pilates at 6. Wonderful. Okay, yeah, we'll make sure you can make that class. And then I do believe you have a noon lunch meeting. I wanted to confirm if you had a preference for the restaurant or cafe. I'm happy to go ahead and book that for you guys. Okay. Something a little, yeah, not too bougie is what I'm gathering. Cozy, but delicious. I got you. Yes. Okay. Wonderful. I'll make sure to book that after our meeting today, okay? And then for the evening, I believe you do have a gallery opening in the evening. Yes, I believe that's at 8 p.m. So my recommendation is to definitely get off work maybe 4:35. Then I would say you could head home to get ready and be out the door by 7:15. 7:15, I'll have the car pick you up. Yeah, so you'll arrive, pretty early-ish enough to just make sure everyone's good to go. The event planner is going to be there. I told them to give you updates when absolutely necessary. I will be there earlier just to make sure everything's running smoothly, and I can always communicate anything with you decision-wise if something changes. But really, you're just showing up and enjoying the event that you helped throw together. So, yeah. Yes, your attire will be ready at your place that day. I'll make sure to drop it off in the afternoon. You're okay doing hair, makeup all on your own? I do have a backup just in case you want me to do. Okay, maybe makeup. Okay, let me check with Sherry and just make sure she's still available, and I will make that happen. Absolutely. Okay. Okay, no worries. All right. It'll be such a fun evening showing off the new artist work. I know it's going to be such an amazing event featuring all those local artists and all their hard work. Yeah. Okay. That really is a full day on Tuesday, so I think we're covered for now. And I know the 2 things I need to book for you. In fact, let me actually start this. I'm just going to make a few notes. Okay, and that. Make sure to book lunch spot and call Sherry. I'm sure she can make it. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Do we want to move on to Wednesday? Okay, let's move on. So this is actually your work from home day. Okay. So everyone at the office is already aware. You'll be working from home. I thought maybe it'd be a nice break in your day since you'd had the gallery opening the night before. You're probably slow to get up the next day. I figured a midday yoga session would be more energetically in alignment at that point. Yeah, do you want to do 12? and then you can go ahead and grab lunch at that cafe around the corner. Yes, they do the best sandwiches, so you have to take advantage while you're there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and their lattes are divine. So grab a coffee, grab a sandwich. Don't forget, make that sort of a noonday break. And then I think that after work, depending on when you wrap up your last few calls, definitely try and get a walk in the park. Yes. Take a walk the dog, get some fresh air and sun. Being in front of those computers all day can be incredibly taxing and for our eyes and our posture, so it's good to get some movement, right? So, yeah. And then I thought, because, you have the meal prep, you might as well have dinner at home. I'm sure the chef will make one of your favorite dishes, so you can stay in, have dinner at home, maybe watch your show again. And then, because Wednesday night isn't that, booked, you're probably still recuperating from the day before. I'm thinking you could spend like an hour doing something that you want to do, like a hobby or activity that you haven't, picked up in a little bit. Any art projects, any personal projects that you just feel you've neglected. I think this is a good time to just give it like 30 minutes to an hour. And then if you want to do it longer, you can. Yeah. So feel free to decide on that day. You don't have to decide right now, but maybe start thinking about what could be fun. Yeah. And the best part about art projects is often you can do it in front of the TV. So kind of 2 birds with 1 stone on that one. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, also reading before bed, because I know one of your goals is to just read more. So whenever you can read before bed, highly recommend, using that time to not be on your phone, not doom scrolling like I am. Still a bad habit, but you're gonna feel so much more refreshed and more, fulfilling for you, and gives you something to chew on. Yeah, okay. So that's your Wednesday. So far we're doing, I think, pretty well balancing it all. All the different things you like to get to. Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's move on to Thursday. I think that's the next day we can start planning. So it does look like you have a therapy appointment around 9 a.m. Yeah. Does that still work for you? You want to keep it in the morning? Okay. No worries. Just let me know if your mind changes. I'm happy to help reschedule that. But yes, it's for 9 a.m. So you should be able to get to work a little later. Yeah. Oh, yes. I actually do see you have a Pilates session right after therapy. Yeah. It's at 10:30. Does that still work? It should be in the same block, so you should be able to make it on time for Pilates if you end therapy at 10. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Kind of helps you get therapy mentally and physically, and get all those, feelings developed and processed in your body and mind. Yeah. Cathartic in some ways, I imagine. Okay, and then I do see you have a lunch meetup around 1. This is just the casual lunch. With Andy, yes. think it's at the I think they booked the reservation. So I'll just send you the restaurant menu, but the driver can take you there, yeah. Okay. Amazing. Okay. And then you work, and I believe in the evening you do have a book club. Yeah, a book club session. I believe it's at their house. I can double check, but it should be pretty chill. And I don't think you need to bring anything. I will, however, text her to see if you need to bring like something to share stack wise. But I think she has it covered. And you've already finished the book. Okay, amazing. Oh, Audible or the audiobook. Amazing. Yeah, honestly, during those commutes, it's pretty great. Yeah, or on your walks, yeah. Or doing the dishes, honestly. So, I believe book club is at 7 p.m. Yeah. Okay. So you should have plenty of time. Again, it's chill, so come comfortable, it sounds like. Yeah. You're definitely ahead of the game. Unlike me, where I have had to rush reading the book the day of. Not always successful, so I applaud you. Alright, so Friday, do we want to talk through Friday? Okay. Friday, you have another morning workout class. This one is at 6:30. Again, it's Pilates. That still works for you. Okay, I think it's like a hot Pilates class too. Alright. And then you do have work after that at the office. But I do believe you're leaving around 4 p.m., right? Because you have evening plans. Okay. Yes, it looks like you have a comedy show and dinner. Okay, early dinner and comedy show. So it looks like it's 6 p.m. dinner. Yes. The restaurant you mentioned. And after that, I believe it's 8 p.m. is the comedy show. Okay. And is your friend meeting up with you at the house? Okay. So then I can have the driver pick up both of you Friday evening. Yeah. Okay. Sounds so fun. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great time. And you're trying out the new restaurant you've been wanting to go to. I heard it's very delicious. Yes, you'll have to take me if you like it, okay? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so wow, your week is already full of fun and enjoyable activities. I know it's been really busy up to this point, so let's look at your weekend and just make sure, weekends can get busy too. So let's just look at what you have and see what we can work with. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're going to be out a little bit Friday, so I'm imagining you're going to want to sleep in. And hey, breakfast is covered. Or if you want to do takeout, do what you need to do. Okay, yeah. I see you do have a pottery class you wanted to take. And I think that was at 2. Okay. Oh, perfect. And that was just you, right? Okay. What a fun activity. You've always wanted to try it. Yes, so it should be 2 p.m. I would say get there a few minutes early. Yeah. I can't wait to see what you made. But it sounds like a fun activity, artistic project for yourself. Absolutely. And if it's a class, it sounds like you could also meet people, so whatever you fancy. Yeah. And then I'm assuming you want dinner at home. Okay. I understand that. Watch your favorite show, kill some time, and then I think it's 8:30. Yeah. You have a sound bath and gentle yoga. Love it. I love a good sound bath. You're going to have an amazing time. I hear the instructor is really great. Yeah. So, tell me all about it. Okay, what a fun, chill Saturday, especially since you've had a few events throughout the week. I think it balances out your Saturday really well. Okay, last day is Sunday. I know you really wanted to hit up the farmer's market. Okay, yeah. At 8 a.m. And they have everything you need there. Coffee, donuts, all the goodies. Maybe pick up some produce. Anything you pick up, if you want the chef to meal prep the following day, Monday, I can just make sure they use those ingredients as well. I'll try to just connect with them that evening to make sure they have that list. Yeah, write that down. Okay. So farmer's market, and then, oh, you really want to decorate. Okay. Do some interior decorating for the season. Love it. Some fall decor. You know, I'll make sure the cleaning crew that comes over Monday can pull out those boxes and set them aside for you. Okay. I'll just make sure they place it where you can easily grab. Okay, so decorating, amazing. I'm sure you'll get to a few other things around the house, but again, the cleaning crew will be back the following day, so no pressure to deep clean. Okay, and then you want to have dinner at home. Amazing. Feel free to cook, make your own, order delivery, or yeah. Yeah, and a movie also sounds fun. Yeah, get to that long list of movies and shows that you still need to get through. I know I have my own list. Okay, I think we got through everything really swiftly, so I don't think that there's anything else. Just double checking. Yeah, I'll just keep notes on some of these to-dos that I need to get done, and I'll make sure to wrap those tasks up today so that you have your week covered. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, in fact, let me grab some stuff really quick. set. So I'm just gonna put my handy dandy pen away. And let me grab the stuff that I have for you. Okay. You know probably what I'm about to share, but it's some of the books you wanted to pick up. I got them for you from Barnes & Noble, one of your favorite places. Okay, so let me show you. Alright. First up, we have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Look at the little gold. Oh my goodness. So pretty. I know this is a fun, cozy little read romance you were excited to try out. Yes. It says, when Jeannie's aunt gives her the beloved Pumpkin Spice Cafe in the small town of Dream Harbor, Jeannie jumps at the chance for a fresh start away from her very dull desk job. Logan is a local farmer who avoids Dream Harbor's gossip at all costs. But Jeannie's arrival disrupts Logan's routine, and he wants nothing to do with the irritatingly upbeat new girl, except that he finds himself inexplicably drawn to her. Will Jeannie's happy-go-lucky attitude win over the grumpy but gorgeous Logan, or has the city girl found the one person in town who won't fall for her charm or her pumpkin spice lattes? Maybe you can read this in the bath, who knows? Yeah, I also really want to read this for fall. It just feels like the vibes, you know? Yeah, and it's not such a lengthy book. It's only like 370-ish pages, maybe less than that, like 350. So definitely doable. Okay. Let's see what else. Alright. Next up we have One Dark Window. I've heard really good things about this. This is what I've heard is like a fantasy with romance, so it's not quite like purely just romance, which I tend to enjoy. It says, Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie, mist-locked kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient mercurial spirit trapped in her head. He protects her, he keeps her secrets, but nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, her life takes a drastic turn. Thrust into a world of shadow and deception, she joins a dangerous quest to cure Blunder of the dark magic infecting it. Except the highwayman just so happens to be the king's own nephew, captain of the most dangerous men in Blunder, and guilty of high treason. A maiden must unleash the monster within to save her kingdom in this dark, lush, gothic fantasy debut. So definitely more fantasy, but really heard good things about this. And because I couldn't help it, I also got the second book in the series, and it's Two Twisted Crowns. Isn't that pretty? This definitely feels very autumnal as well, or wintry, although all fantasy books kind of feel autumnal. So, I think you're going to enjoy all of these books, so I'll leave them with you. But, yeah. I'll get the next few items I have for you, okay? So I know that you're planning that park picnic event where you're gonna have little crafts. So these are the crafts that we ordered, for that. So I wanted to make sure this looked good to you. Just move that aside. Okay, so it comes with some little paint plates, or I don't know exactly the word they are, but this is what they are. So you can put little paint and do little, I think it's a palette, like a painting palette. My mind is blanking. I don't know. I'm forgetting what it's called, but a little painting palette. So each person gets one. I think there's a pack of like 20 in here. Okay. We can always order more if you feel we need to. And then everyone gets their own little canvas. And it's wrapped in plastic so it doesn't get any marks on the canvas. Isn't this so cute? And I feel like it's just big enough for like a cute little piece, but not overwhelmingly large. It's very cute. Love it. Yeah, so there's several of these. Okay. And then we have some paint, little pot of paints. You have brown, black, a light orange, a darker orange, purple, blues, green, white, yellow, pink, and red. And of course, can mix these. And you get two brushes, one larger one, one thinner one. So that's really great. Okay, this is great. Awesome. Then I will save this with all the other supplies. I have a few more things for the picnic I want to share with you. Okay, so let me go get the other items. I know you wanted me to hunt for a picnic basket. And I did find this one at Goodwill, if you want to see how it looks. There's some stuff in it I found as well. But obviously we can bring things in other bags. This, I think, can carry a lot of the decor items, and it acts as a very aesthetically pleasing picnic decor item, as we want this to be a little cutesy, fun. The only hang up is that the flaps are detached, and they did used to have little ties, but I think I'm gonna try and repurpose to some leather thread I have, or cord, and see if I can create my own fashion my own ties for this. I think we can come up with something. It'll be fine. If anything, I can always have it look like it's attached. But yeah, no, this was only, how much was this at Goodwill? This was only $8 for this basket, which is super lovely and incredibly useful. So very happy we found this. So I found some other stuff at Goodwill, which we can use for the picnic, or maybe you might want to use it for other things, but I found this wooden bowl. Very pretty. You could use it as a decor item. This was only $1.49. Not bad for like a pleasing to the eye wooden bowl. So, love that. Then this cute, honestly it was probably like a ladle holder. I don't know exactly, but it looks like a seashell dish, so you can use it for jewelry or other items, crystals, or things to hold, anything like that. This was $2.99, probably because it's metal, but also has little feet, which is great. Looks so cute. So there's that. I also found this little glass dish. Nothing too fancy. It's 99 cents. It probably went with like a teacup or something, or like a little glass mug. But these little dishes come in handy for so many things, so you will find a good home. Then this really stuck out to me. It's very like 70s, kind of burnished looking amber colored glass. This was $3.99. It's got a beautiful glass decal. I mean, you could use this as like a little ashtray, for like incense or things you use to smudge, or anything like that, or a little crystal bowl, or soap, jewelry. There's so much you can do with a little bowl like this. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so there's that. And then finally, this glass dish plate. Very pretty design, and it also has like this gold rim on the side as well. Just pretty again for displays, or if we want to use it for the picnic for decor. I think this could be cute. And it's nice, everything's a little different in texture, but they all kind of go together too in a way, even though they're like different mediums and designs. I feel like they all kind of work together, you know? Alright, so I'll put these away. I have one more item for you. Yeah. So, this last item I actually handmade myself. It's a sun catcher. I made it with a stick I found. This is some yarn to hold it up. And I used some, that like plastic stretchy cord for bracelets, like friendship bracelets. I used that to make these beads hanging from the stick. these colorful beads. And it's just like very eclectic and fun. I thought it would be a very fun piece. To hang in the window and colorful. And I even glued some beads to the stick itself. I got this idea from a YouTuber slash TikToker. Her name's Rue the Witch. She is just so adorable, such a vibe. And she made one of these in her video, and I was inspired to make my own suncatcher that I thought I could share with you. And yeah, I just think it's fun to like put on a movie and make something like whimsical like this. Just a reminder we have the ability to create these beautiful things, and it's okay to make something like this that's, for your pure enjoyment, and that's all it needs to do. That's the best part about creativity, is when you're creative and get to just enjoy that creation for what it is. Isn't it beautiful? So yeah, I can help you place it in a window of your choice to catch the light, and I can't wait to make more. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll help you pick out a place for it, but in the meantime, thank you so much for meeting with me and planning out your week. I hope you enjoy your week and everything it offers you in all the different ways and all the different energies. But at the end of it, I hope you feel fulfilled and like you had a good full week. Yeah. Alright. Thank you. Yeah. I can't wait to catch